Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Bong! Yeah! And today, as we work our way backwards through the alphabet, we're talking about Alan Hovhaness. Oh, Hovhaness is so much fun. He really is. Yes, everything he wrote sounds a little bit like everything else. That's actually not true. He wrote some very strange and interesting works in different Asian-influenced styles, let's put it that way. But he wrote a lot, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And some people don't take him very seriously as a result of that. He was a naive in terms of his character, his personality. You know, a lot of his stuff is about mountains and spiritual things and nature. And he wrote tons and tons of fugues and canons, and it was a very individual and personal voice, and I love it. I really do. I just think he's marvelous. And if a lot of his stuff sounds like a lot of his other stuff, well, then you know that what you're getting is going to be something you like, if you like it. The catch is that he wrote, 60 some odd symphonies or 70 some odd symphonies? It's an unbelievable number, plus tons and tons of other things. And I have a pretty big pile of goodies here. Oh my. But let's see what's in here, shall we? Ready? Yes. Symphony number 50, the Mount St. Helens. It has a volcanic eruption in the last movement. Now, the volcanic eruption is not like Hekla by Leifs or one of those things where all hell breaks loose. It's a very, you might call it spiritually stylized volcanic eruption. You have these quasi-Asiatic tunes with like tam-tam crashes, of course. You got to have those. And then the music is often in a strict canon and all that. Oh, but it's fun. It's really fun. And his symphony number 22, The City of Light. Hovhaness is the conductor of that. This is on Delos with the Seattle Symphony. He lived up in the Pacific Northwest. And Gerard Schwartz is the conductor of this little number, the Mount St. Helens Symphony. Oodles of fun. Oh, it's just so much fun. I mean, just don't take your life so seriously. Then what do we got here? Oh, the Concerto for Two Pianos and Orchestra. That's fun. Let's see, who's doing this? Martin Berofsky and somebody, sorry, I can't even see this, with the Globalist Symphony Orchestra. Something like that. It's impossible to figure out who's doing all this stuff. It really is, because I cannot read it. It's on black box. Here, maybe you can read it. See? Yeah. But it's a fun work, and it sounds like Hovhaness, so that's really great. And you've got 3 pieces for 2 pianos, and the Concerto for Piano and Strings, Lusadzak. Lusadzak is been recorded before. It's fairly well known. Oh, here we go. Martin Berofsky, Globalis Symphony Orchestra under Konstantin Krimitz. I mean, Krimitz is a serious conductor. They could actually make this a little bit easier for all of us to deal with. So anyway, there it is on black box. I remember way back when I first got that. I couldn't read it then either. So here we go. The St. Vartan Symphony. That's his symphony number 9 with the National Philharmonic Orchestra of London under Hovhaness himself. And Arctic Concerto for Horn and Strings with Meyer Rimmon Horn and members of the Israel Philharmonic under David Amos. This is on Crystal Records, which was, Hovhaness had all of his stuff on this label, stuff that he'd done himself, with this really strange cover where it looks like they cut out like a picture of him and stomped it on front of this. Well, anyway, but for a long time, this was the only way to get this stuff. Here we have Symphony number 11, All Men Are Brothers, with the Royal Phil, Hovhaness conducting. Armenian Rhapsody number 1, Prayer of St. Gregory, which is lovely, with Thomas Stevens trumpet. Tsikirk, Yudas Shapiro violin, and Gretel Shanley flute, the Crystal Chamber Orchestra under Ernest Gold. Well, there's that thing. And then we've got, well, a lot of the Hovhaness stuff came out on Delos with Gerard Schwartz and the Seattle Symphony, and it was later transferred to Naxos. So we have the Cello Concerto with Janos Starker, of all people. It's a big, long work, too. Really, really pretty. From 1936, and his Symphony Number 22 again, City of Light, which was on that other disc with the Seattle Symphony, Alan Hovhaness. The Cello Concerto is Dennis Russell Davies and the Seattle Symphony on Naxos. This one features the Manhattan Chamber Orchestra. Oh, yeah. Under Richard Alden Clark. I wonder if they've got... I have an extra one of these suckers down here. No, I don't, because I did a recording of Hovhaness, the Symphony for Metal Orchestra, which was really, really fun. That's on another one of these Hovhaness discs, but it's upstairs with me using this tam-tam, I think. This one or one similar to it. I've got a few of them like that. So this has Mountains and Rivers Without End, Chamber Symphony, the Prayer of St. Gregory, the aria from Harutiun for trumpet and string orchestra, his Sixth Symphony, Celestial Gate, and Return and Rebuild the Desolate Places, Concerto for Trumpet and Wind Orchestra. Great fun stuff. Oh, we had such a good time making these records. We really did. At least the one I was on. I'm not on that one, but it's quite good. Then we've got Symphony Number 25, Opus 275. Odysseus in 2 parts. Celestial Gate, Symphony Number 6, which is only 20 minutes long. The Prayer of St. Gregory. It's very popular because there's nothing for trumpets, right? With the Polyphonia Orchestra and Alan Hovhaness on Crystal Records. And next, oh boy. And God Created Great Whales for orchestra and whales. Lots of people used taped whale sounds. It was a big thing in the 70s. You know, I mean, George Crumb did a whale thing too, Vox Balaenae, I think it was called. And, you know, we got to hear lots of whales wailing, doing whale things. Concerto Number 8 for orchestra. There's a lot of concertos for orchestra. It'd be a good project for somebody to do all the Hovhaness concerti for orchestra, not just the symphonies, because they're good works. They're fun to listen to. Elibris, Dawn God of Urartu, for flute, viola, and God knows what else. The Alleluia and Fugue for string orchestra, which is quite beautiful. It's sort of a Tallis Fantasia kind of thing. And Anahid for English horn and flute and other things. So this is with the Philharmonia under David Amos. A whole big collection of goodies. What's on this one? Telarc, yeah, Gerard Schwartz with the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic. Mysterious Mountain, his most famous piece. Fritz Reiner recorded it. Stokowski recorded it. Symphony Number 2, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Symphony Number 66, Hymn to Glacier Peak, Opus 428. Symphony Number 50, Mount St. Helens. We get another one of those. And Storm on Mount Wildcat, Opus 2, Number 2. So George Schwartz is probably the only conductor in the universe who made 2 recordings of the Mount St. Helens Symphony, and I suspect he will be for like the rest of time. Then we've got, let's see, what's this one? The Northwest Symphony Orchestra on Koch, or Koch, if you want to call it that. Anthony Spain, conductor. We've got Vision from High Rock, Symphony Number 15, The Silver Pilgrimage, which has, you know, mountains and things in it, and rivers and that kind of stuff. Mountain of Prophecy, ooh. And then other pieces by 2 other composers, Michael Young, Secrets, and Gregory Short. Mount Tacoma, because we can't ever have enough musical mountains, can we? Really? Then we've got another Naxos, a Naxos thing. Symphony Number 4, which is just Symphony Number 4. Oh boy, that's it. Return and Rebuild the Desolate Places. Well, we talked about that. That's for trumpet. Then Symphony Number 20, 3 Journeys to a Holy Mountain. The Prayer of St. Gregory, again. And Symphony Number 53, Star Dawn, with John Wallace. Oh, the great John Wallace, as in the Wallace Collection. Trumpet guy. The Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama Wind Orchestra. This is all wind stuff. Under Keith Bryan. Hovhaness's music for wind ensembles is really good. I mean, it really, really is. It's beautiful and mellifluous and very enjoyable. Guitar Concerto. Look at this. With David Leisner, guitar. And Symphony Number 60, To the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, there's not a mountain he didn't write a symphony about. And then Crimean High Rig for trumpet and orchestra. This is the Berlin Radio Symphony with Gerard Schwartz, David Leisner guitar, Lars Ranch trumpet, and last but not least, oh boy, this is interesting. Symphony number 46 to the Green Mountains. And let's see, Milyang Arirang, Korean folk song, and Symphony number 39 for guitar and orchestra, which is 40 minutes long. 40 minutes long. This is with the Vakhtang Jordania conducting and Michael Long guitar with the KBS Symphony Orchestra on Koch. And it's probably long unavailable. There was some rather interesting background to that recording of the guitar concerto that I happen to know about. Like the guitarist didn't really know it very well, and somehow, I don't know if it was this guitarist. There was an issue with finding a guitarist and getting a guitarist and playing the guitar and all this stuff, but it sounds fine, so I'm not worried about it. And this is just delightful stuff. Hovhaness is amazing. So give him a shot and see what you think. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.